guys. Anyways, so I'm on Reddit right now. I just looked it up on Google or whatever. Would not suggest going on there. Found a story. I have not read it yet. I've read the little title of it, but I haven't read the actual story yet. Oh, and hi, by the way. I don't know if I said that yet, but hi. My crazy people. Anyway, okay, well, let's get started. Yeah. Okay, so this story is, I broke up with a guy because his best friend was a girl. So, I think it said trigger warning at the beginning that, there was harassment in this or whatever. So if you guys are if you guys are not comfortable with me reading this topic, I would suggest, clicking off, or skipping through. I don't know. I'll try to add whatever, the little, I don't know what they're called, but anyway. So I started seeing this new guy, Beck, a couple weeks ago. I had known him for a while before we began dating. He's really sweet and awesome, and the first 3 dates we went on went amazing, and I really enjoyed being with him. Here's the problem. He has a very close friend, Kim, who seems to be constantly in the picture. Okay. Well, I'm he can have a friend that he talks to. Okay. We'll just leave my opinions towards the end because you guys are going to get so sick and tired of me talking. During date 4, he talked about her a lot. A lot. She was somehow the topic of every conversation, and when I would try to change topics, he'd always find his way drifting back to a memory the two of them shared together. Granted, they grew up together and also dated at some point, so it makes sense that they would have lots of memories and chemistry. Okay, that's, okay, so she kind of has a reason for, seeing that kind of, red flag, I guess. That's the thing, though. I haven't been in a relationship, and I don't know how I would react to it. If they're, their best friend and they've dated, their exes, I don't trust it. So, actually, I don't know. It just depends. It really just depends. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna get back to it before y'all, kill me over it, so let's get back. Okay. He also began telling me the trip the two of them are planning to take and how they were taking her car, staying at her family's house, etc. I tried to ignore it at first and just let it go, because I, too, have a very close friend of the opposite sex, but we never do anything like what they do. Our relationship is platonic, and the most we ever do is play Xbox together. I find that, okay, so I'm going to be, trying to defend both of them, I guess, in this case, and I'll just read to the end, but she's kind of, or I think it's she. Apparently, I don't remember what I read. Yeah, I don't know. She, I can't talk. Anyway, so she has, a guy best friend or whatever, and, oh, yeah, we, and, they didn't date, but, she's oh, yeah, well, we don't do this stuff. I mean, it just depends. I don't know. Don't listen to me. Just skip past every single time I switch it to me. Anyway. Okay. I asked him to be my date to my brother's wedding since I had a +1. This was about 2 weeks of dating, and he declined, saying that he already made plans on that day to go bowling with some friends. But after I spoke with a mutual friend of ours, I found out she was going to be there and that they had set it up together. I was thinking of it for a while, and the more I thought of it, the more it bugged me. So on our last date, I said I didn't want to pursue a relationship anymore. He was confused because I had been acting normal up until this point. He asked me why, and I told him. I said, "I'm sorry, but it makes me uncomfortable how close you are with Kim. You talk about her a lot, and she seems to be a big part of your life, and since we are not official, I would not try and tell you what to do. I'm just going to walk away because it makes me uncomfortable." He did not take it well. Since I was giving him an ultimatum and forcing him to choose, that I was being manipulative. I insisted that I just wasn't okay with it and did not want to date someone who had that kind of relationship with someone who wasn't their girlfriend. We were not officially boyfriend and girlfriend, and I felt that I needed to break things off early before that crap hit the fan. Well, I got an Uber home because I didn't want him to drive me. He was fuming. And later that evening, I get a text from a number I don't recognize. Can you guess who it was? Yup, Kim. Kim texted me a paragraph about how Beck was crazy about me and she thinks I'm wrong for judging her when I haven't even met her, and how I hurt him and was being manipulative. I responded saying I did not judge her at all, just that the nature of their relationship did not sit well with me, and I wanted to end things before they got complicated. She responded saying that I needed to give him another chance and that maybe me and her should meet so that I can see that she isn't a threat and we could even be friends. I didn't respond to her, and shortly after, his mom and my mom texted me that I'm overreacting. It's amassed to a much bigger deal than I had thought it would be. I don't want to be with him or even try because of how dramatic I feel that everyone is being. I've repeatedly been accused of being insecure, among other things, and I literally cannot believe that it's blown up like this. I'm not an insecure person. I just got a really bad vibe from the situation and I didn't want to be a part of it. Am I wrong for this? Should I give him another chance? And should I talk to this girl? Okay, so my opinion on this. So, first of all, I mean, you guys are broken up. And the thing is, I'm not saying to get back together with him because, sorry, I can't, I'm surrounded by grass right now. Look at this grass. Anyway, so I get distracted so easily sometimes. Anyway, so I think you shouldn't get back together with him, especially if you're not comfortable with, and that's fine with not being comfortable with that. And since especially since it's only been a few weeks, I feel like it's not that serious or whatever. And I'm if this was for a while, I would obviously I would try to patch things together or whatever. And if it was for a while, if it was me, I would kind of want to see them react together, because he's talking about it in a certain way, and he could just be saying it in a way that you find it how she's competing with you. I hate how I don't know, it's just, I don't like when people think that I'm competing with them or whatever, even though I'm really not, guys. I'm really not. Anyway, but I think that if you're not comfortable with it, that's completely fine. But I would just want to see how they react when they're together, because what he says and what they actually do could be completely different. But that's my opinion. It probably doesn't make any sense, but that's my opinion. I'm gonna read off other opinions too, just to see whatever. And don't worry, I'm probably gonna blur some of this stuff out because yeah, I don't really think any of y'all are gonna want to, I don't know, whatever. So we're gonna read some other opinions on it. Okay, this one opinion is trust your gut. You were an adult here, stated your case, and then everyone else presumed to tell you what you should do. Frick them. This is not even about Kim being the main heroine in Beck's life anymore. You were standing up for yourself and clearly stating that you were uncomfortable. It's not a trick or game. I think you did everything right here, and you should block all these people except your mom and let things cool off a bit. If it comes up again, you can say that if you felt it was off before, their bullying behavior after you made your point reinforced that this wasn't right for you. I completely agree with this opinion. That's kind of what I was trying to get at, that you stated your you stated that you were uncomfortable with it, and it's it said it wasn't even oh my gosh, I'm forgetting all the names right now. I'm forgetting all the names. But the other girl, it wasn't even about that anymore, because everyone was saying how you were insecure, and that doesn't really make you insecure. You were just uncomfortable with it. So I mean, I completely agree with that one. I'll read a few more, and then probably be done with the video. So let's read a couple more. Okay, this one's a long one, but honestly, I kind of wanted like longer ones, so we're gonna read it. You are not wrong. I'm not a jealous type, but when I see behaviors like blaming it on you to feel a certain way, I know there's something to be careful. Kim shouldn't have texted you. By doing that, she's driving away how she and Beck don't have any kind of healthy and normal boundaries. If you accept to give him a chance, there's a high chance that this is going to be the dynamic. Every time you fight with Beck, Kim is going to intervene. Every time Beck doesn't like something about you, Kim is going to know. Every time you disagree on something with Beck, Kim is going to agree, and they will let you know that. Every time anything happens between you and Beck, Kim is going to be there. I would say a big no to this, and you're in your right to be careful. No one wants this drama at the start of a relationship, and the most important thing is that in the fact that he and she think that you are being manipulative when the only thing you are doing is just walking away from a relationship you see is going to be problematic. You are being careful, and I'm sorry your mother can't see it. You are not wrong on this. Beck should be aware how dangerously close his friend is to him and has to acknowledge that it is going to be a problem with future dates. He doesn't seem to know this, and you are not going to make him understand that. If he is really crazy about you, then he should be able to listen to you instead of blaming all this on you and being insecure. I can tell you are not an insecure person, but this situation does make anyone be insecure. You don't know him well yet, and of course there's going to be something to be insecure about, specifically if a friend who also is his ex is that close to him. It's not normal at all. There is something there they're both not accepting. Hope this helps. If I were you, I would try to meet this Kim so I can be 100% sure. That opinion gave me like a lot more ideas about this. Saying how like obviously everyone else is being like, oh my gosh, you're so like problematic. Like you're just walking away from something. You're just walking away from like somebody that is like doesn't seem worth your time because they're hanging out. Well, it's fine if they hang out with like if they have friends that are girls, but like they said, they were like, if you guys have a problem, then he's gonna go straight to Kim. Just like her reaching out to her, Kim reaching out to her just proved that point, because now she knows, like, she's gonna know every single problem in that relationship because not boyfriend anymore, but her boyfriend is gonna tell Kim everything. So I honestly, I'm like definitely siding with that. And yeah, like honestly, no, like you're not overreacting about like any of this, and it's insane that like, and as I said at the beginning, I was like maybe, but like it's pretty obvious that like you were uncomfortable with it, and that's completely fine to be. And they decided to push that boundary, and that's completely not okay. And especially because of that, not like it's not even about like the situation before, like it wouldn't even be about that situation before, but like how they were calling you insecure, like that's just not, it's not going to be healthy if they're saying something about that over a reason, like over the reason that you're uncomfortable. Like it's not worth it to stay in that relationship, I feel like. And I'm glad that you kind of left it. So kind of hope that like nobody from this situation like comments on this, because I'm going to start crying if I see Kim or the boyfriend be like, what you know? I'm gonna start crying, and I'm gonna like delete this video as soon as that happens. Guys, if you see this video and it's deleted one day, you guys know why. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment if you want, and sub, because why not? And lastly, I still have to do the rest of my outro. I don't know, whatever. So, make sure you guys have ate, drank, and slept, because we do not want you hungry. We do not want you hungry. We do not want you dehydrated. We do not want you sleep deprived. And lastly, hope you guys have had a good day or have a good rest of your day. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Anyway, bye guys.